What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about all of the possibilities that have been opened up with Steve being one of the DLC fighters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is a character that a lot of people probably wanted because of how popular Minecraft is, but is also a very polarizing character because it doesn't really fit the Nintendo fan Smash mythos in terms of classic characters and maybe what people were predicting. But I do think that this kind of shows the tone that Nintendo might be going for with the rest of the characters. If they were going to announce Steve this early with still multiple characters left on the Fighters Pass 2, this definitely means that we could be in for more earth-shattering, Twitter-stopping reveals for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass 2. Now, I do want to remind you guys just briefly that on October 3rd, that is tomorrow, Saturday, if you're watching this on Friday, October 2nd, there will be a Minecraft Steve presentation that Masahiro Sakurai will be hosting on Nintendo's YouTube channel. Now, I will be streaming the show live, and I'll be going live a bit early to talk about Steve and talk about other things that could be happening, and of course get more of your post-mortem thoughts on what went down with Steve. So make sure you guys join me this Saturday. I'll probably start around maybe about an hour or so before the show gets started. So it starts at 10:30 Eastern time, so we might get started around 9:30 Eastern time. So make sure you tune in right here for the pre-show before we get into everything that Steve has to offer. And hopefully there's a release date, maybe even later that day, I'm not so sure about that, or the following week. Now let's go ahead and get into this here, guys, because like I stated before at the beginning, this opens up so much in terms of what we could see going down the line and maybe what Nintendo is aiming for. So I had a predictions video, but I do still feel that characters like Dante and also Sora, which we'll talk about a little bit here, and some of the other characters that I mentioned, Crash Bandicoot, those all have opportunities to get in. So if your favorite character or if the character that you're pulling for didn't get in at this point, there's still 4 more opportunities with this Fighters Pass 2. Now you have to remember, guys, everybody can't get in. I know some people were disappointed with Steve or whatever the case is, but everybody's not going to be able to get in. And the experience of Super Smash Bros. Is basically having all of these franchises, big and small, all together in one game fighting. So even if you don't like Steve being in there and you fighting against him and seeing that franchise represented next to Mega Man and also next to like Cloud from Final Fantasy, Snake from Metal Gear, Sonic, Pac-Man, that is just a crazy experience in its own right because we don't see it. We haven't seen it from any official release. This is the first of its kind. So that's the special thing about having these new characters, because I don't always like everybody that they add, but I realize that, hey, I'm probably going to be fighting against this character a lot, even if I'm not using them. And it is going to be a special type of thing seeing, I don't know, like my Min go against like a Sonic, or go against a Pac-Man, or go against a Steve, or go against a Joker, or a Banjo, or a Hero, or any of these characters that they've added from these different franchises. So that's a special thing in its own right, and I welcome Steve to the fray here. So let's talk about this, guys. This opens up a lot of possibilities, but it doesn't open up the anime possibility. So let's go ahead and shut that down, because Masahiro Sakurai has already stated multiple times that anime is not feasible, and really the character has to be from a video game first and foremost. Yes, there's Dragon Ball Z and Goku and there's video games and everything, but animes, or they're manga or whatever the case is, they don't originate from the video game. So that's kind of like the only rule so far. And remember, guys, Masahiro Sakurai does not pick outright the characters. Nintendo goes to him and says, hey, we would like this character. Then Sakurai says, is this possible or not? He says, well, maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Let me check. But Nintendo might even double down and say, even if Sakurai says, no, it's not possible, they'd be like, okay, well, can you still do it? Like Sakurai stated in his short Steve announcement video that was up. So keep that in mind, guys. So there will be no anime stuff that I talk about here. I do think with this Steve announcement, there are a few people that I want to mention here. And I think Fortnite the Fortnite guy, a default Fortnite person with multiple different skins and outfits is absolutely a possibility at this point. If Nintendo's looking for the most popular third-party characters with this Fighters Pass to get in, Fortnite guys or girls or whatever the case is would definitely be one of them. We've already seen with Steve that you can build stuff on the stage and it works, or we think it's gonna work, so a Fortnite person would work just as well. There's a variety of different weapons that they can use. They have a pickaxe, right? Or you can have like any type of like a lollipop. There's all sorts of stuff that they use to break down stuff. They have a bunch of variety of different weird looking guns. They don't have to use the guns with the bullets. There's a lot of different type of guns and weapons. You can add in punches and kicks with the Fortnite people as well. So I do think that a Fortnite person from Epic Games could be in this. Now, I know that back in 2018, when Fortnite first launched on the Switch, that was a pretty big deal for Nintendo, and Nintendo even has an upcoming bundle with Fortnite, which I think they've done some promotions with Fortnite and Switch and all that before, and special things that you can get on the Switch. But now there's a European bundle that's exclusive with Fortnite in there. So I know Nintendo's high on Fortnite, so I do think that a Fortnite person could get in. Now, next up, because of the outstanding relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that we see Master Chief as an outside character join the fray in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We already have two now. We have Minecraft Steve, which, yes, it didn't originate, and Banjo, yes, didn't originate from Microsoft, but Microsoft owns those IPs at this point. Now, if Master Chief got in, he'd be the first Microsoft originated IP, right, from the beginning, not something that Microsoft purchased afterwards that would get into Super Smash Bros. But hey, look, at this point, you cannot rule it out. Nintendo and Microsoft's relationship is really good. We've got Ori and the Will of the Wisps. We got Ori and the Blind Forest, double packs, all sorts of stuff going collector's edition for the Switch, optimized, running, and looking good. And they're really pushing that game. They're really trying to push it and make sure people play it and buy it on the Switch. It's not like they're saying, oh, well, the Xbox version is better and don't play the Switch version. No, they're like pushing for the Switch version of that. So to me, that says that there could be some more down the line here. Master Chief would be a huge announcement going forward. Next up would be Tracer. And I think that Tracer is a character that I personally feel Nintendo would want to be in the game. One, you have some more female representation in the game. And two, Overwatch is huge. It's one of the few next gen type of games, right? It's next gen. It's been announced for next gen, but I think it's also current gen as well. But with Overwatch 2, that was early announced for the Switch. They busted their butt with Iron Galaxy to get it on the platform. People still play it. And it's a game that's so popular worldwide. There's a whole league based around it with the Overwatch League. Plenty of people still watch it on Twitch and watch it on wherever people are playing and everything. So I think that having Tracer, which is the cover girl of the game, you know, she's on the cover. Everyone knows who Tracer is. She has amazing abilities. And I think, once again, another female character kind of round out the roster. I think that Tracer is definitely a possibility to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass 2. Now, there's a lot more characters that we can talk about, and this will not be the first time that I discuss this. I already have multiple other videos, or more like, it won't be the first time that I discuss this going forward, post Steve, right? Post craziness of Steve. So this is going to be like a series of videos, but this is just the first series here. If you want to hear some of my other predictions that I had before Steve, they're on the channel, okay, guys? I talk about Sora, I talk about Dante, I talk about other characters. So just look it up in terms of DLC, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's all on the channel if you want to hear my other predictions and who I've talked about before. Now, when it comes to first-party characters, we're probably going to do a separate video. There's still 4 more slots left, and if we follow the pattern that Nintendo's going with here, it looks like it's going to be first party, third party, first party, third party, first party. So we'll see if that holds true, or we'll see exactly how Nintendo does it, but that could be a pattern. We just have to wait and see, but who knows on that one. So what do you guys think about this when it comes to the characters that I mentioned here? And are there any big, huge characters that you think could get in that aren't meme-ish, right? No Shrek or anything like that, because it can't come from anime and it can't come from like American cartoons or movies or whatever the case is, right? It has to be a video game character originated first. So who do you guys think could get in this first part series of us talking about this changes everything for Smash Brothers? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.